Well, I've certainly been busy since the game's release, working out what I want to do next, whether that's working on more content for the game, or moving on to a new one. Although, if you've kept up to date on Discord and Steam, then you would know that I've already announced that there will be 2 post-release updates for GeoDepths. I've been hearing from so many passionate players that would just love for more to do, more excuses to dive in and drill, mine, build and explore. It's very inspiring and pushed me to plan and put into motion further development of the game. So with this, I came up with the idea of 2 content updates, aptly named Denser and Deeper. Update 1.1 would focus on the current state of the game, adding more features and improving existing ones, generally just making the game feel, well, denser. Update 1.2 would in turn make the game, literally and figuratively, deeper, with more depth levels, resources, and caves. I even plan on adding a new ending in this update, which will be more involved to reach, but will hopefully be more rewarding. So that is 2 updates, both of which I estimated would take about 3 months to complete, with the first releasing in January and the second in April. But hang on, it is January. Yes, well that's where this devlog comes in, because version 1.1 is actually all finished up and ready for you to play right now. The game is even 30% off at the moment on Steam to celebrate, so it'll be the perfect time to give it a go if you haven't already. Now let me finally go over all the changes I have made, what you can expect if jumping into the game again for 1.1. Let's get into it. Firstly, I'll show you all the decorational items that I have added. This is one of those features that I'd planned for release, but was left out due to time constraints. I really wanted more ways for the player to be able to customize their home base. So I thought of this idea of having smaller bits and bobs that you can build around your base, typically on desks, tables, and shelves. But I didn't want to overload the already long list of decoration buildables in the build tool, making it hard to find what you want to build. So instead I opted to just add one buildable, the item dispenser. This beauty can be used to 3D print all sorts of models and figurines, including these ships, desk toys, and terrariums. You can pick them up and place them wherever you want. I even added an empty variant of the shelves and this cute little podium to put these items on. As well as 3D printing, it can even be used to dispense actual resource items, in the case you wish to display them around your base as well. To facilitate further customization capabilities to the home base, I introduced the idea of having room styles. So instead of the default room style that you can start with, you can have these utilitarian industrial rooms, or even these relaxing quarters rooms. As you can see, it changes up the look and feel of your base, and makes it more engaging to lay out many different sections of your base for different purposes. Plenty of players have expressed their desire for more automation in the game. Now don't get me wrong, I absolutely love games like Factorio and Satisfactory, but I certainly didn't want to completely change my game post-release into a true automation game like these. But I can do small things, like making it so that you can have your refineries auto-start and your generators auto-fill when there are resources available. I didn't want these capabilities to be available from the start though, so I introduced new research to unlock enhanced functionalities like these. For the refineries I added the autoload functionality, which when turned on will make the refinery autoload the resources for the current recipe and refine them when these recipes are available in the base storage. I also added an overclock functionality, which will make the refinery quicker at the cost of requiring more power when turned on, allowing faster refine times, assuming you have the power generation capabilities to support it. Now for the generators, I added an autofill functionality. Much like the refinery's autoload, autofill will automatically fill the generator with any available fuel in base storage. With all these new functionalities, I also added them to the machine command terminal, allowing the player to toggle them on or off globally. Now as a cherry on top, I made one last very simple change to introduce more automation into the game, and that is to make the drill offloading automatic. What are research points? Seriously, does anybody know? I certainly don't. I introduced them when I implemented research to be what you use to perform the research, and then you gain research points when you scan things. I guess it was meant to be a motivator to explore caves and scan new plants, but now there are better motivators. Plus, through playtesting, it's found that players would just accrue so many research points with no effort that all research is basically free. So to improve how research works, I scrapped the idea of having research points and made it so that research costs resources instead. I also made it so that research that is still locked, due to the required resources not being scanned yet, is visible. These adjustments are simple, but instantly made research way more engaging, as it is more rewarding to both unlock and complete research now. The player can see what they are working towards, and have more uses for the resources they are gathering. Now let's move to the drill, because I have made so many more changes there. As you can see, the interior of the drill has been revamped, mainly so I can house this new desk in it. Now, what are desks for? That's right, clutter. Of course, I had to allow placing decorational items into the drill. As you may have noticed, the artifact cabinet is gone, as you can just put them on the desk now too. The drill's docking screen has been upgraded to contain all sorts of good stuff now. On the right we have the drill stats, which will show the drill capabilities based on the upgrades you have completed, as well as any drill tools you have unlocked. On the left we have a replica of the base master controls, except this is for the drill. We have music controls, so you can jam to rock music while drilling through rock, as well as terminal theming controls, including a new purple theme. Now to set off and start drilling. I've improved the feel of drilling by making the drill accelerate to top speed, instead of getting there immediately. This also has the benefit of really helping when you have fully upgraded the drill speed, and you need to make small adjustments to your position without blasting off instantly. I've also tweaked the rotation speed to scale with movement speed, so that the faster the drill is moving, the faster it will turn. These are pretty simple tweaks, but they go a long way to improve how drilling feels and controls. Now, in these limited-sized underground maps, there is more than plenty enough resources to be found, for both the progression of the game and to do base building, plus even more for good measure. But well, according to some players, this is not enough, and they just enjoy drilling and mining so much that they wish there was a way to do it infinitely. So I just had to think of a way to do this. I didn't want to make the maps infinitely large. This wouldn't have worked for the existing saves and honestly would require too many changes for just a post-release update. So I thought of the idea of other underground maps that you can traverse to, like when you traversed other depth levels, which contain all the same resources as the map that the passage was on. You get to these other underground maps through these new unstable passages, which will collapse once you come back from them. This will mean that these temporary underground maps are a one-time use only, but more unstable passages will spawn, leading to new maps, allowing for an infinite supply of drilling, mining, and resources. As a bonus, I just had to add a special kind of rare resource that can only be found in these temporary maps, but you'll just have to find them for yourself. Now that's it, that's update 1.1. So whilst you wait for the next one, enjoy all these new changes, and be sure to let me know what you think of them in the Discord server. Well, better let me go so I can start working on update 1.2, which I'm super excited to start on by the way, as I have some pretty cool things planned out for it. Subscribe so you don't miss out on the next one, and be sure to like the video. I'll see you all next time.